So one of my friends asked me, dude, do you have anything for me when I start getting a little discouraged, when I lack a little bit of motivation, whether it's learning new frameworks, programming languages, different ideas and concepts in the computer science and software engineering world, and what the hell do I do because I'm getting exhausted? So in this video, I'm gonna give you a couple of my takes on how I prevent burnout, on how I don't get discouraged, on how I keep going when things get hard. And bear with me here. I'm gonna break you down, but I promise you, stick to the end because I'm gonna build you back up and leave you with some real tactical advice that I deploy for myself. And I think it's worked quite well for me, and I hope that it will work for you too. The first bit that I wanna start with here and why I need to break you down a little bit. I am going to make the assumption that you're smart and you're intelligent and you're not lazy and you're going after it and you're doing all of these things. If you watch this channel on a regular basis, I think it's a safe assumption that you're low-key a little badass. But I think the reason why you're feeling the stress, feeling the burnout, feeling the heat is because you're drowning because you can't see the shore. This is one of the things that a mentor of mine said to me, I don't know, 5 years ago when I was feeling really overwhelmed, feeling really stressed and feeling like I'm a idiot, honestly. I was watching tutorials, I was reading articles, I was trying to build this thing, and I couldn't get it. And I just felt dumber and dumber as the days went by. I felt really discouraged, and honestly, it gave me a whole lot of lack of motivation. And I'm so grateful for this mentor because he came to me and said, look, Andrew, I think the reason why you're feeling this way is because you're drowning because you can't see the shore. And let me break that down for you. If you were in the ocean, you're swimming, you're going against the tide, you're looking out for sharks because that shit's scary, but you're out there swimming. And the next thing you know is you're 200 feet from the shoreline. You can't see the shore anymore. You're like, holy shit, how did I get out here? I don't have a boogie board. I'm not surfing. What the hell am I doing? You're in the deep waters. And all of a sudden you start to panic. You start to feel exhausted. You start to feel tired. You start to feel like, holy shit, do I even remember how to swim? And you don't know which way to go. You don't know what to do. You're drowning. You're drowning because you can't see the shore. Now imagine the same scenario. You're out in the deep water. You're struggling a little bit. You set in a little bit of panic, but you see the lifeguard. You see the shoreline. You're gonna start swimming towards the shore. I don't think anybody can say, yeah, I drowned in the water because I was 10 feet offshore and I didn't swim to the shore. Like, no. At that point in time, you're gonna fight like hell. You're gonna push through it no matter what it takes. But there's a whole crazy world when you can't see the shoreline. And I wanna just put that point out first because I wanna say you're not alone. I think that's a very normal feeling. And this is where mentors and technical leaders and all of those things can be a really big blessing in your life because they can help give you the guidance and point you towards the shore and let you keep swimming. And I think it's also something to be said here that all levels feel this. Every single level. I can't tell you how many times as a senior engineer, I have Googled some of the most basic questions because it's like, shit, I just can't remember it right now. Like something is going on, whatever it might be, I've just Googled stuff that I should know as a senior engineer. And truly, I do know them. But for whatever it is in that moment, I just couldn't recall it. We've felt that. I'm drowning because I can't see the shore. And I can't say that enough because I think that is how a lot of us feel when we're burning out. When we're getting discouraged of like, holy shit, I can't learn this framework, or I don't understand this language, or why the hell do they do it this way or that way, whatever it may be. Just know that that's a normal feeling. Give yourself some grace. Have some fun in the discovery process. Have some fun learning to swim again. And if you're struggling with this, it leads me on to point number 2. And I think that you're lacking discipline and lacking motivation and feeling like you're burning out because you're trying too hard. And that sounds crazy because in my last video, I just told you you need to do more and try harder. But I want to say that you should do that intelligently. You should do that by breaking down problems to where they feel so silly, stupid, simple that there's no choice but to just do it. I remember the days when I set big lofty goals. I'm gonna code for 3 hours. I'm gonna grind 10-hour days. I'm gonna do all this crazy shit. And I get 10 minutes in and I hit my first little roadblock and I'm like, oh, 3 hours seems like a lot of time now. 4 hours seems impossible. 6 hours, not a chance. And I've gone through the struggles. I've gone through the valleys of this where you just feel like an absolute failure because you can't be that person with laser focus or the ability to just freaking grind. Yeah, I have absolutely been there. And this is where, as engineers, we need to do what we do best and break it down to something smaller and more simple. I think the real discipline comes in from doing things that are so damn easy that you can't say no. You see, when I feel discouraged, that's where my discipline needs to kick in. You're not going to feel motivated all the time, and that's okay. But it is okay to do the hard thing and make a choice and make your life easier. You need to build that discipline muscle. And you need to start by doing stuff that is so damn easy that it is impossible to say no. And here's what that might look like. If you can't code for an hour, start with 5 minutes. If you can't do 5 minutes, start with 30 seconds. What does it take to get you just to start moving? I think a lot of us experience this little bit of struggle just starting out. Break it down smaller. There's that magical law that if you do something for 15 minutes, if you're still hating your life, all right, maybe today's not your day. Maybe you go watch Netflix and you hang out with the family and you just go and have fun. Maybe you do need a day off. But I think for a lot of us, and especially myself, I get 15 minutes in and I'm like, ooh, I'm having fun. I can't stop. I don't want to stop. I'm going to keep going. And if you're having one of those days where you're like, dude, I don't want to see a single line of code. I just can't do it. Just think about it. Think about the programming problems you're having. Talk to your friends about them. Think about them while you're brushing your teeth or taking a shower. Go for a walk. Get outside and touch some damn grass. But spend some time. Spend the mental cycles just thinking about it. I promise you, if you just start, and if you make the problem so damn small and so damn easy where you're like, holy shit, this kind of feels silly. Like this feels stupid. This is no problem. Like all of those things. So it's a really, really great place for you to start. And I think that is how you build this muscle up over time. For me, I actually really like the Pomodoro technique. I start with 25-minute sessions. I take these little breaks and I can go for really long code sessions and program for hours and hours on my day job and then do it again at nighttime. All because of this silly technique. It works for me. But that is something that I had to build up over time. I didn't start with 25-minute sessions. I started with 5-minute sessions. I have the little black cube I showed you in a video before, and one of the sides of the blocks just allows me to do really, really short sessions. It's a really great just brain teaser. It's really awesome to use it standing in front of my whiteboard and just jot shit down. But the point I'm trying to make here is you just have to start. And if you're struggling to start, make the problem so damn silly, so damn small that it is impossible for you to say no. And if you're really going through it, you're having a bad day, you're having a bad week, whatever it is, you're like, man, I'm struggling. I just can't understand this. I don't get it. I don't understand why they do it. I've gone out to YouTube videos. I've gone out to courses. I'm trying to do certificates. You're doing the whole gamut of using your resources. Hell, you're asking ChatGPT. This is where I think you need to give yourself a bad code drawer. I have a special folder on all of my devices that I just put all of my shit that I make in there. And I am proud to have it. I'm not ashamed. And I think that's something that is a really tactical piece of advice. I think you should have a bad code drawer and all of the things that are messy. I have whole projects in this drawer where I'm like, cool, it worked, but I'm not proud of that. Like, I don't get it fully. I copied some shit off Stack Overflow or ChatGPT. I don't understand it. It's bad code. It's cool. Just recognize that every professional out there, everyone who's doing the hard work and learning the frameworks and the languages and all of those things, they started writing bad code. They started not understanding a goddamn thing that they're working through. And eventually, over rep after rep, they are starting to get the picture together. So the point I'm trying to make here is give yourself a safe space. Have some fun drowning because you can't see the shore. But give yourself a space to put that. It doesn't need to be something that you present. It doesn't need to be something that you talk about or show people. Just give yourself some damn grace and suck for a little while. It's fun to learn. And I think you need to remind yourself that it's fun to learn. And if you want a truly tactical piece of advice here is give yourself, 5, 10, 15 minutes every single day to learn something stupid. It doesn't have to be about computer science or programming. Just go and learn something. No matter how small or how big, go learn why they put cracks in the sidewalk. Go learn how they roast coffee beans. Go learn how they make goldfish. Like, I'm pulling things up, but exercise that genuine curiosity that got you here in the first place. You're an engineer for a reason. You're curious. You're ambitious. You want to go and do the damn thing. You want to build stuff people love. You want to have the side products or side hustles that allow you to have some freedom in your life. And the hardest part is starting. Make it so damn simple to say no. Give yourself a space to do ugly, dirty things. And recognize when you're in the valley, it's just because you can't see the shoreline. Zoom out. Figure out where you're headed. Find the horizon. And with that, I'll see you all next week. Peace.